Good evening, this is Man Already George Page. Coming to you live on YouTube. You know, about 2 days ago, I did a video talking about a certain event that happened last Friday. And this was the Bella Entertainment, and they presented Ladies Fight Night, and it was on UFC Fight Pass. So you got a time, you got you're a fan of especially of combat sports, especially of women in combat sports. I would say go check it out. They're probably just Fight Pass usually if you miss a fight, you can just watch it again. So anyway, the event featured two well-known stars in the women in the in women's boxing, and that is Heather Harding and Melissa DeVille. Saint DeVille. I'm sorry. Forget that Saint part. And they've been in the game for quite some time. The records are pretty good. They have been champions, and they have been just been putting in work for quite a bit. But with the pandemic going on, they hadn't had too many fights. I think they've been in action for almost 2 years. So, pretty much from what I was gathering from the site, that the big star was Heather Harding, and her opponent was up and coming fighter by the name of Jesse Cameron, and that's an opponent that Melissa fought before, and she defeated that same opponent. But Melissa's opponent was up against Olivia Gorilla. Gorilla, if I got her name right. She's a Canadian champion, well known, and she fought about like 10 years ago. So, like I said, the main event was pretty much Heather Harding versus Jessica the Cobra Cameron. You know, and they had a showdown. And I think they had it somewhere in a distillery somewhere because the fight was set in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. And I think it's like this is probably like a whiskey distillery. And I think this was probably like I said, it was to me. I think it was the main event because it had the big, the poster right there. I couldn't find one with Melissa St. Deval. But like I said, it was two fights, three women fights on this card, and also was a men's fight. And there was a showdown for these 2 days. I think they really got a good part of the press. I was trying to find some stuff with. I follow Melissa on social media. She did have a showdown with her and Olivia Correll, but I couldn't find the photos of it. And like I said, Jessica is from Canada, and she fought before it said it earlier in the video. She has fought Melissa Saint Deval, and this has been it's been a while since Heather Harding fight, since her last fight against Amanda Serrano when she lost, and that's been 2019. That was in I think it was in Brooklyn, New York. I think they had to fight in it was part of a undercard of a fight in at Madison Square Garden. Anyway, like I said, Heather was ready to fight, and in the first round, she knocks down Jessica Cameron in 20 seconds. But Cameron got back up, and she put on, from what the information I saw and what clips I got together, she put on pretty clean. This was an 8-round fight, in the lightweight division, and in Jessica the Cobra Cameron won. And she, from some interviews, she said she was very ecstatic, beating someone like a legend like Heather Harding, and just she appreciated, she grew up being a fan of Heather Harding, and that's much respect. This is like maybe the third loss in Heather's record, and Heather also does MMA, so she fights for Bellator, and there's a possibility we might see her come back maybe by the summer. If she gets some time and start training, working on some things. She's 2-2 in Bellator right now. Now, also on the card was another fight, but originally I remember I did a video. I talked about two other fighters by the name of Cripps and Alex Love, but somehow that fight, I think that fight got canceled or something. So I think these two ladies here were on the they were replacements on that card. So it was just a premiere of two upcoming fighters by the name of Kelsey Wickstrom versus Jane Stevie Coleman, or some, I think actually, yeah, Stevie Jane Coleman. And this is pretty, for what I see. Kelsey was really putting out some clinic on Stevie Jane, and pretty much the fight went the way it was. It was a 6 rounder, and they were fighting, and I think in the women's, I think lightweight division also, and it ended with a final score of a unanimous decision in the favor of Kelsey Wickstrom, and this is what debut fight for both these ladies. And I think they probably have a future. Either one of these ladies. Opportunities. Like I said, the opportunities kind of slim to in women's boxing. But right now, I think men's boxing been kind of quiet. Nothing much going on. If promoters really have the gumption and take a chance with women, they can really put on some good fights. And here we had like I said, which pretty much I think what should have been kind of more the main event. She got more attention was the fight between Olivia Guerrero and Melissa St. Vale. And I like Melissa. I follow her on social media. She's a great champion for autism. The suit she's wearing right here is based on autism. The whole puzzles things. Colors and puzzles, and that's how really many people who have autism, especially children, that's really a way to understand their mind. It's like a puzzle with so many colors and different factors to it. But I respect her for that. So this was pretty much, they fought before about 10 years ago. And, Melissa was a younger girl, and Olivia, who's been in the game for quite some time, she, like I said, she fought some legends. Like I said, she fought Frida Gibbs. She fought Mia St. John. I mean, the names are, if you check, look at, like I said, I'm going to post her boxing record in the description. You can look and see the names she had fought before. Olivia Guerrero. And also, she fought Jelena Majanovic. And it went toe for toe, but really pretty much Melissa was putting out a dominant performance. And, she wasn't backing down. Like I said, it's been almost 2 years since the last fight back in 2019. And, she took some lumps, in the fight, because I follow on social media. She posted her pictures from afterwards. But like I said, she came out in a unanimous decision performance in an 8-round barn burner up against Olivia, and this was a pretty good fight. I think, like I said, congratulations to her. Like I said, I'm a fan of Melissa St. Ville. She's a great boxer. She's a great person. I mentioned in a previous video, March 31st, she's supposed to be on the episode of American Ninja Warrior, and she's gonna be, she's doing this for autism. And this is, she's just being a champion for that because, as as I said before, she's a big sister for a young girl who has autism. I respect her for that because, as I said before in my previous video, me and my mother, we raised my nephew with autism. And it's just, it's a thing of both. It can be tiring and frustrating, but at the same time, you do it for love. And we love we love our children. I love family members who have that, and you can understand that, how, if you ever had that person who in your family has autism, and you deal with it, you got to have a lot of understanding. And you have to it takes a lot of hard work. And like I said, I have respect for Melissa. And this was a great fight for her. This is a great win for her. Now she has that upcoming episode of American Ninja Warrior in a couple of weeks. So this was, like I said, from the information I got, it was a pretty good fight burner. I can probably find it, on YouTube for free. No, man, I'm not gonna pay. Some of these, like I said, UFC Fight Pass, it's not too expensive. But you know what? If I cannot break $1, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna honest with you. I'm gonna be honest with you. If I can try not break $1, I'll do it. But anyway, congratulations to all the ladies on their opportunities tonight, like for Friday night in the fight. Congratulations to Jessica the Cobra Cameron. Congratulations to Kelsey Wickstrom. If I got a name wrong, I'm sorry. And congratulations to Miss Melissa St. Ville. You put up a good fight, ladies, and great performance. You see me on the Always George page. Don't like, subscribe, don't subscribe. I'm out.